What's up, everybody? We back with another message, another video. Thank you to all my new subscribers and future new subscribers. You know we do nothing here without God because everything is spiritually led by God over here. We cover the world from a spiritual and physical aspect to get the raw, real, and uncut answers. So anything you hear, anything you see in these end times, may you test the spirits, aka take the words and visuals back to prayer with God, as there are many Decepticons running around in these end times sent from the enemy, had a strong, close, and personal relationship with God. Good, great, and awesome. All right, everybody. So on April 30th, 2024 dream here that I want to go over with you all that the Lord had given me, and it's very symbolic. So just pay attention, okay? Listen carefully. So I had a dream with Lovy in it. Now I'm going to tell y'all why I had the dream with Lovy in it. I had just had a discussion with the Lord about certain individuals in the church getting on secular platforms and not speaking the full truth, or their motives being put out there that they want that mammon and that fame instead of being a servant of the Lord and correcting people. So the reason I saw Lovy is because I had the discussion with the Lord with Nick Cannon and Lovy's interview type thing, and it was just, wow, no servant of the Lord would be invited on something like that, because he would be told how demonic the industry he's in is, even though he already knows. A lot of rebukes, a lot of correction, because there's just a lot of dark things that I'm sure he knows about. He's been in it for a long time. But yeah, that's another message for whatever to go into detail about. But with this dream, I was trying to tell people that Lovy was not doing right. In the dream, I was trying to tell people. And in this dream, he was trying to meet the president, but a trap had been set for him. So that's what I've seen. And it basically symbolizes a lot of these people, leaders, including Lovy himself, who are looking to get into the mainstream TV. Because if they can do that, the enemy's deception will run further. They will make more mammon. You know, there's mammon involved, whether I don't care how you feel about it or not. The Lord has already spoken enough about him and many others. But yeah, a trap had been set for him. He wasn't going to get too far, which later in the dream I saw. So I was talking to this lady. So the scene kind of switched. I was talking to this lady in her car, and an unknown president, I didn't know who he was, but I could tell he wasn't a bad man. So it wasn't Biden, but I could tell he wasn't a bad man. So I didn't know who he was, but he was talking about renewing a plan regarding air forces. And I was like, okay, that signal an attack was coming. But the man, that leader, didn't want to fight. He wasn't about the fighting. Now, just a note in the background, Trump was kind of in the background. And I was like, okay. So the Lord made sure that Trump was in my view in the background, and this man also was in front of me. So he was highlighting those two. I didn't know who this man was, though. So the man didn't want to fight. He was trying to figure out whether to renew a plan regarding air forces. So that was really different. Then the lady in the car got upset, and I ended up telling the lady this. Now, I didn't have control over what I was saying. This is something the Lord had me say in a dream. It's symbolic. So listen to this. The one we should be blaming is ourselves. We were the ones that put the wrong person into office. We should have put others in office. And then that's where I looked and I saw Trump. That's where I saw Trump. Now I'm gonna tell y'all what this means, because clearly the election, all that stuff was, you gotta know, was tampered with and so forth. So that did happen. This is what this means. Oh, I got another part. We need God as the leader of this nation, but we let others take it away. So that was that last piece. I forgot to mention that. So symbolism is, God is saying people allow the enemy to do what he's doing in terms of not taking authority. They're not praying like he's telling them to pray. Certain plans the Lord has, he's trying to see if people are going to, his remnant is going to listen to him and pray against certain things. But people are being reactive instead of being proactive with prayer. And it's just a lot of people that aren't listening to the Lord and toughening up a little bit, if that makes sense, in terms of you need to start praying, you need to start doing this, because he didn't call a remnant to be weak. You know, you can't be in an army and be weak. And so he's saying, hey, even the people, the leaders, and that either put themselves there or right now, he's saying many of them have failed. Like, y'all let this happen. You let this deception run wicked and run wild. You're part of teaching the deception, right? If people repent, if people do right, then this wouldn't be happening to you. It wouldn't have to happen to you. So that's basically what he was trying to say. The Lord was basically giving me that if you want God here, then you gotta serve the Lord and preach when he tells you to. Be obedient and give correction when he tells you to, because if you don't, you're just supporting the deception by not doing what he told you to do. You're being disobedient. So, you know, if you're somebody that needs to get your behind in training and start learning how the Lord speaks to you and what you're supposed to be doing, then do it, you know, instead of trying to follow after somebody else all the time. It might be difficult. People are trying to figure it out, but I'm talking about the people that ain't trying to figure it out and they supporting this clown foolery in the churches. Cut and dry. The people wouldn't be successful if you didn't support them the way you are. That's all to it. So the lady got mad when I said all this stuff. I was like, I don't care. And then the scene switched where I went in and saw Lovy trying to schedule a meeting with this new president deceptively, how he was trying to get in. And I intercepted him in the dream and locked him in a room that could only be opened from the outside. And this was really crazy. So I knew I had the knowing that this room heated up on the inside. So it was like a prison, and I knew it was dangerous for him to be in this room and it heated up on the inside. I'm like, wait, is he gonna be okay in this room? But heat and prison, you know, that's like hell. You know, hot, hell, prison. You can't escape. It can only be unlocked from the outside, the Lord. And so that hit me like a ton of bricks. Even though it's not surprising to me that I had that dream, a lot of people getting their feelings. But at the end of the day, y'all, like, the Lord is setting people up. He's allowing people to, you know, serve mammon and walk after not taking his correction. Walk. Yeah, you think you're going to be successful up here. You think you can get on these social media or secular platforms and not, you know, give correction or blend in with the world. You think you want to do that? All right, I'll let you do it. But you're only going to get so far. You're going to walk into your own trap like Pharaoh did. Remember we talked about Pharaoh walking to his demise? A lot of these people are doing that, y'all, because they're not listening to the Lord. You know, individuals like Lovy, individuals like Passion Java, that whole group, a lot of them individuals that have been given correction onto in general have not listened to the Lord, and they know it, and they will acknowledge the fact that that's being said. What they're saying purposefully is not correct when it comes to certain scriptures. They purposefully twist it. And so they know what they're doing is worse than just truly being deceived. When you do something on purpose, oh man, you know, and I'm telling y'all, listen, a lot of you that watch that individual or the grouping, like the Godlovesyou and all of them, I'm telling y'all need to break away. You've got to break away. Because you're going to be right in that closed prison type heated room with them. If you don't, it's idolatry. And the Lord been talking to me about certain people and just what's going to happen to them if they don't stop. I mean, at this point, they're not going to, it doesn't seem like. So I'm staying out the way. You know, I give the correction I give. I try to do what I'm supposed to do for the Lord the best of my ability. If people want to boo-hoo cry, that's on them. But when stuff hits the fan, you're going to be crying because you didn't listen. You know, it's just too dangerous out here. So I urge everybody, if you can't pull away from a person, or you feel like you getting manifested and getting all angry and mad when somebody is giving correction, not even attacking a person, you need deliverance, because from idolatry and so forth, because there's no way you should be getting that offended and mad trying to play Superman and Batman for these people that's clearly doing wrong. Be careful, because that hit me like a ton of bricks. And I told y'all on that community post after TD Jakes got, what was it, Java and Lovy in that one setting, he was just being used because TD Jakes has Hollywood influencers in his church and he doesn't correct them. Like the Tyler Perry's giving him like probably millions of dollars, but he's not telling him to stop doing movies of cross-dressing, which goes against the word of God. So now we got Lovy and Nick Cannon doing their thing. And it's happening. And it's coming out. True intentions are coming out. Hold on now. That's fitting in with the world. There should be correction given, you know. But people don't see it that way. They don't want to see it that way because they idolize. They don't have God. They have man. And they're going to follow man right into the secular world. They're going to follow man right into that prison heated room, which symbols hell. So don't be that person, because you never know when God will cut your time off. Peace and blessings, and I will catch y'all in the next one.